Jenny Lefcourt, the co-founder of Bella Pictures and WeddingChannel.com. She's here to give us some practical choices to help you save money for that big day. Good morning to you. We were just talking about how you became this wedding expert. You said you did it right after you got married.
Right after I got married, I started WeddingChannel.com, and I just love weddings. It's such a big day. I mean, it's the most important day of someone's life, and it just became a big part of my life.
Yeah, and a big part of WeddingChannel.com is really how to save money on your wedding. And let's give people some tips right now, starting off with photography. That's obviously a big chunk and something you don't really want to be too frugal on, right? Because
absolutely,
pictures last a lifetime.
Absolutely. Brides should never skimp on the quality of their wedding photography. It's just too important. But what they can do is work with a company like Bella Pictures. Bella Pictures offers amazing quality photography at a wide range of prices and includes the digital negatives in all the packages. So brides can choose a beautiful album with Bella Pictures, or what they can do is just use the digital negatives and make their own album and save a lot of money.
Yeah, negatives are important. A lot of places won't give you the negatives.
Exactly.
You say, secondly, you should fake out your florist. What do you mean by that?
I mean, you should consider not having a professional florist. You can create beautiful centerpieces and bouquets on your own, or better yet, ask a friend to do it for you. There's a great website called Do It Yourself Weddings, and has tremendous tips on how to create beautiful bouquets and centerpieces. Just make sure to use flowers that are in season and readily available.
Yeah, and the big cost too that I learned when I got married was catering. That obviously is
adds up.
It's probably the biggest chunk of your entire wedding, the reception. So how can you skimp on the catering without being, too cheap?
Well, one thing to do is to consider not having your wedding on a Saturday night. You could have it on a Friday or a Sunday. The other thing that I love is having it at a place that makes your reception dollars do double duty, meaning they give you reward points, like a Marriott. So all the money you spend on your reception can be used to help you save on your honeymoon costs.
What do you think about alcohol? Is that something you should? A lot of people obviously include that in their weddings, but how could you possibly skimp on that?
Well, if your reception site allows you to bring in your own alcohol, you should consider going to like a Sam's or a Costco and buying in bulk. If your reception site does not allow you to bring in alcohol, though, just having a signature cocktail like a mojito or a dirty martini instead of hosting an open bar really helps.
Or maybe just like beer and wine, which is what a lot of people do.
That also is an option. The other thing on catering is cake. You could have a beautiful, small, expensive cake and have a sheet cake waiting in the back to serve your guests.
Okay. And finally, you say you should dump the DJ. Obviously, if you have a band, dump the band too. But what would you do for music and for entertainment?
Well, I say consider dumping the DJ or the band and hooking up an iPod with a great wedding playlist. If a couple does this, I recommend emailing all their guests, finding out their favorite dance songs. That way you're sure to have an active dance floor. You get all the music you want at a fraction of the cost.
You gotta love the MP3 players and the iPods these days.
Absolutely.
But we didn't have that when I was getting married, so I kind of did that. But that technology these days certainly goes a long way. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Jenny Lefcourt, co-founder of Bella Pictures and WeddingChannel.com. Of course, all of this will be on our website at myfoxchicago.com.